Hey everybody, it's Matt. Welcome back. And we're at a time period right now where markets get a little bit fuzzy. It's kind of hard to dissect whether it's the stock market, the crypto market, the NFT market. A little hard to dissect things and figure out what is going on because for the past, give or take 5 years or so in the crypto NFT space, it's been a very simple rule. Once crypto pumps, for the most part, NFTs head down. But when that crypto dip inevitably comes, usually NFTs will pump. Unfortunately, we're in a situation right now where it looks like NFTs and crypto are dipping. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys what I would do if I were you to maximize profit, to stay as safe as possible, and hopefully within the next couple of months to make a great deal of money by being smart and by following what I talk about in today's video. So if you guys are new, drop a like, subscribe, and let's get right into it. All right, so the first thing we have to do is talk about what is going on in the world. And it looks like there is some level of global conflict that has inevitably been shaking just about every single market out there, whether you're into Forex, stocks, crypto, really doesn't matter. Every market is getting shaken up, and for probably the next good week or two, I would imagine things will be down. Now, you are an investor, right? You're watching this video, you're trying to figure out how can I protect my money as best possible? How can I make the most amount of money possible? Well, the first thing we have to understand is what we are actually investing in. And I think so many people forget about this. I think so many people lose sight of this, especially in the NFT industry. We're not investing just in JPEGs. We're not investing in GIFs. We're not just investing in coins on a screen. We're investing in decentralization, the decentralization of art, the decentralization of community, the ability to make autonomous decisions, the ability to actually access a currency that is not controlled by any central authority. That's what we're investing in. And I think a lot of people do lose sight of that over time as they're trying to flip the next NFT or find the next altcoin that's going to explode. We're investing in a technology here that is real, that people love. People like myself genuinely believe in cryptocurrency. We're not doing it for an act. We genuinely believe that NFTs are the future of the fine art space, of the community space. I truly do believe in these things, and because of these convictions, I'm going to sleep tonight very, very well. When I go to bed, I am not going to worry about losing every penny I own in crypto, because even though I have probably more in crypto allotted than I should, I believe in it so much that it doesn't bother me, because even if I go down into the red for a little bit, in 5 years' time, I know it'll be worth more than it is today. And that really, to me, is one of the most important things you could do, is having that level of conviction. If you don't have as much conviction as I do, that's fine. Don't invest as much. Invest however much your conviction is willing to let you invest. Now, before any further, guys, if you guys are enjoying, make sure to check out my Patreon down below in the description so you guys can see exactly what NFTs I am personally buying and selling. You guys also get access to my Patreon-only Discord, NFT watch list, and so much more. To be honest with you guys, I think it's a steal for only $10 a month. Link down below. All right, so when looking at the NFT space and trying to figure out, okay, what the heck am I going to do? How on earth could I possibly make money when everything is going down? And the simplest answer I can give you is you don't. At least not yet. Because what we are trying to do is we are trying to take an opportunity right now to plant seeds. That in a month or two will grow into something stupendous. Now, we have to keep a few things in mind. The first thing, of course, is actually the currency we are using. And of course, all of the major NFT currencies right now, Ethereum, Solana, they're all down. And it doesn't matter if you're watching this video on the day it's published or in a week from now. I don't think anything is pumping anytime soon. I don't think Bitcoin is hitting 50K anytime soon. But again, think about what we are investing in. During international disputes and crises and whatnot, you always see the decline of centralized currency, whether it is the US dollar or any other currency across the world. This has always been true. However, what we see now is the opportunity to take that money that is going really nowhere and put it into something that is decentralized, that is not controlled by any entity. And you guys have noticed that throughout history, based on even recent events in Canada, crypto had a pump during that time period as well. Whenever centralized authority threatens anything in the world, the decentralized access is going to be improved. At least that is my view. And again, even if crypto and the stock market take a bit of a dip, as people aren't willing to invest right now, I still feel like in a month, 2 months, 3 months, that is going to be changed very, very fast, as people are going to seek solace in the fact that a centralized authority can't just come on here and control the price of Bitcoin, that a centralized authority can't just say, yeah, no more Ethereum for you, no more Solana for you. And again, some cryptos are more decentralized than others, but the industry as a whole is pretty decentralized compared to the banking system, the stock market, and just about every other industry out there. All right, so getting back to OpenSea here, guys, I'll repeat the question I asked you guys earlier in this video. What do you do when scrolling through OpenSea, when scrolling through Magic Eden, going, God, what the heck am I going to buy? Well, the first thing you're going to buy is some liquid crypto. That's right. Solana right now at $83, it's a steal. Ethereum at 2,400, a steal. And if you actually look at these charts, you guys can see there are many instances that look like the bottom is actually in, because Ethereum does not seem to want to get below 2,300. If you're watching this in a week from now and it's at 2,100, I don't feel like it's getting below 2,000 anytime soon. And then same thing, of course, with Solana. I don't feel like Solana is getting below 80 or 70 bucks anytime soon, really. And again, that is something that I feel like comes with time, but I have been monitoring these assets for a very long time. And again, I overall, when we look at the year chart here, still feel like we are bullish on all of these assets, even though right now, of course, things aren't looking particularly hot. I still am very bullish on the future of cryptocurrency. And again, it is a steal, in my opinion, to pick up the major currencies that you will be using to buy your NFTs in the future. I mean, Polygon, if you're a Matic NFT guy, down 15% here today, 28 on the week. All of these different cryptos, you probably won't see at this price again for a very long time, and that is why I believe in snagging up some liquid. But once that's done, once you have the liquid amounted, what can you do? Well, I think a great thing to do is honestly to start investing in some blue chips, because looking at OpenSea here, man, there are tons of projects right now that really do look on sale. And no, I am not talking about Invisible Friends, which launched at an insane floor price. I mean, if you guys see Invisible Friends with a floor price of 8.3 right now, earlier in the day it was 14. Something like this is just so volatile. It's very hard to say whether or not it'll head back to 14 or if it'll just fall back down to 4. This has not enough history, not enough time behind it, and ultimately I would not probably get into right this second. Again, it's a great project. I love it, but it's extremely expensive. I don't think most people can even afford this anyway, but when something is trading in that volatile of a fashion, I wouldn't touch it. Try to find things that are not as volatile, that are not going to be flash crashing with the rest of the market. And there are great examples of this. 2 examples that come to mind just from looking at this list. The Sandbox is a great example of a collection that, in 6 months' time will be worth more than it is today. Same thing if we look on the list here. Adidas Originals is the Metaverse, another great option here. I was actually thinking of picking up one of these myself. Metroverse is another great option. I am still holding on to mine that I purchased at 0.7 Ethereum. I've been staking it. Still earning a lot of money per month by staking Metroverse, so cannot complain. It's like $600 or $700 a month just by staking it in passive income. So this is a project that has not swung all that rapidly recently. And you can look on here, Decentraland. There are so many examples. It really is about just knowing your projects, knowing what you're looking at. But again, there are so many different opportunities on here, to look at blue chips, genuine blue chips, things that you think will be here in 6 months, things that have actual utility, things that will be around in the future. Those are the things that, when looking on the list here, I mean, Alien Friends, I could go here all day. There are tons of projects that, again, just look good for the future, and I believe will be worth more in a few months' time than they are today. I'll give you a couple examples here on Solana. So when we take a look here, Lux Real Estate, one of my all-time favorite metaverse projects. I'm still holding on to 3 Lux Real Estate access passes here. And again, I believe in this project. In my view, this is a genuine blue chip on Solana. There are other, blue chips out there. Of course, we have like Thugbirds. You could go and pick up a Thugbird right now for cheaper than maybe you would have a little bit in the past. Solana Monkey Business, of course, is always going to be probably one of the best, options out there. You guys can see 145, probably a little bit cheaper than it has been in some previous days. So, there are a lot of different options out there. Definitely do your homework, do your research, find out what actually is a blue chip. Again, a lot of things on this list definitely look to be a blue chip. A lot of the major like front page options, Remnants is good for sure. And tons of these. And again, I don't own most of the ones I'm showing you here, but there are tons of different options on here you could look through and sort through that you believe will be here in a few months' time and are worth getting into at a discounted price. Because not only are you buying these at a cheaper price, you are spending less on your Solana, you are spending less on your Ethereum that grants you the ability to purchase these things. So when something in a month time is worth 10 Solana, that will probably be worth at least 100, dollars per Solana, that will probably be worth at least $1,000. Right now, that would only be worth 800, as Solana is around $80. So again, you are really giving yourself a steal given the fact that you have these currencies here available at so cheap. Another example again on the Solana ecosystem here is Desolate's Metaverse. I bought one. I mentioned this on my Patreon earlier today. Bought one for a floor price of around 3.5, I believe, and it's gone up since then, because I think people are looking at this, looking at the fact that they are building, they are improving on their project, they are creating this metaverse, and again, it has been created. You can play their demo, you could access it, and that is why I decided to buy a Desolates, as since they launched, they've been building, and I always felt they are underrated. You guys will notice there's a theme here. When I'm purchasing anything, it's not speculation. It's not stipulation about what they may have in the future. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with buying a project that has a roadmap that they plan on executing, but especially now, during a massive dip like I've been talking about, guys, you want to buy projects that are proven. You don't want to buy speculation because, again, things don't look as if they're going to have some volatile pump. What you have here is two opportunities. You have the opportunity, of course, on one hand, to purchase the liquid, the Solana, the Ethereum, the Cardano, the Terra Luna, whatever you're using. You have the option on this hand to purchase the liquid. You have the option on this hand, of course, to purchase the NFT. Neither of which will be pumping anytime soon. So it's our job, like I mentioned earlier in this video, guys, to plant the seeds that we will reap in a few months. And ideally, again, finding blue chips that are already established, that are not going to be executing on their roadmap in 6 months, but are already established, I think is probably the best idea you could have. And I couldn't end the video without talking about something like this, because while Dogecoin is not directly tied to NFTs, it's something to think about. There are so many articles like this. You could find an article about Facebook talking about the metaverse. You could find an article about Instagram talking about their, desire, Nike, big companies. There are so much, mainstream traditional money out there that is interested in the NFT crypto space that is not involved in it yet. I mean, think about this. Do you believe that whenever this happens, whenever Elon Musk plans on doing this, and he probably holds millions, if not billions of dollars worth of Doge and other crypto, do you not think that crypto and Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, which has NFTs connected to it, do you not think that these things will pump? Of course they will. We know these things will. So Dogecoin today being worth, a price right now of 11 cents, do you think whenever Elon Musk executes on something like this, do you think that Dogecoin will still be worth 11 cents? Of course not. And again, that goes for any NFT out there. You see Polygon Matic, $1.30. Do you think whenever there's really some great news about Polygon Matic and Nike wants to use Polygon to launch their first brand of exclusive NFTs that Drake is going to wear at a concert, do you think if something like that happened, do you think Polygon is still going to be worth $1.30? Of course not. None of these things will allow crypto to stay in a permanent, never-ending bear market. Is the bear market here? Maybe. It's hard to say whether or not we're actually in a 6-month bearish phase. It's really hard to tell because, it seems like with current events and current news, that could change any day. But again, you have an opportunity here to purchase the liquid, to purchase your supply at such a cheap price when, in reality, people are very phased by news stories, by articles, by things they read. And again, it literally takes an article like this to snap us out of a bear market. It takes Vitalik Buterin to go and say, Ethereum, I'm launching yada, 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 and that's going to change Ethereum forever, and it's going to improve Ethereum. And boom, Ethereum snaps out of its bear market. And again, that happens all the time. I've seen this happen over and over and over again. It takes the Solana network to be, dramatically improved. Solana goes and says, hey, we have more node validators now. Solana is officially a lot more decentralized than it was 6 months ago. That literally could cause Solana to pump. There are a million news stories that could potentially occur that could cause any of these coins within the next year to pump. Do I believe that Solana right now at $83 is going to be worth this in 365 days from now? My answer is no, and it always will be no, because I believe it'll be worth a lot more than this. With that being said, guys, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. A lot longer than a normal video that I do, but I really did feel like this information needed to be get out there. And again, I really do believe in what I am talking about. I believe in crypto. I believe in NFTs, and I apologize if I pontificated, but this is a topic that's very passionate to me, that I am very near and dear towards, because, I would hate to see people jumping ship, losing everything right now, and crying in a month when, some rapid event causes all of this to pump again. It's very easy to get caught up in that, but if you have conviction for the long term, like I do, and I think many other people out there have, I don't think this is something you should worry all that much about. Is it scary? Yes. I hate seeing my, net worth go down 20% in a day. It's very, hard to watch, of course, but, overall, I do think we'll be all right. So hope you guys have enjoyed. Let me know if you guys learned something down below in the comments. Again, check out the Patreon. We'll link it down below in the description. Thank you guys so much. My name is Matt. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.